Hello, everyone. This is Next in Commerce, and I'm Mary Achinger. I lead content and brand at Netguru. And today, I have a chance to speak to a senior leader from a large organization, a CTO, an SVP Solutions and Technology, and someone who spent almost 10 years, I checked it, at the company. We'll soon describe in more detail. This is Dietmar Baro from Danfoss.
Thanks, Maria, and a warm welcome also from my side. So, as I said, my name is Dietmar Baro. I joined Danfoss in 2016, and before this time I was many years in the railway industry and also in the automotive industry.
I hope you'll excuse me talking about your seniority, but you indeed are someone who has seen it all, I believe, after 10 years at such a large manufacturer.
Yes.
Yes, I bet. So we're going to talk in more detail in a second, just to give you a better picture of just how large Danfoss is. It's a family-owned manufacturing company. It's a multinational enterprise, and it employs close to 40,000 people. You guys are serving customers in more than 100 countries and developing products across 100 factories. And Dietmar, you're the CDO. So this is huge. I guess my first question is, what's the number one pain point for a CTO at a large company such as Danfoss?
So after changing so many years also in the market, also the speed is growing, and what gets more and more important is for a CTO, not only by a large company, I believe also for the mid-sized company, is really how you can balance business performance with tomorrow's innovation. So at the end, you come down to what you decide, where you focus on, where you invest also in rapid technology shifts, how you're really moving from standalone products to integrated solutions, and at the end also how you're connecting the technology, the business strategy, and the customer needs. So the customer needs need to stand in the center, and when you understand what the pain points are and what you really want to achieve, then you can create business impact for a company like Danfoss in this part, but also you can look how you can create with new technology a value creation.
Mm-hmm. But from a CTO's perspective, there's so many trends that come in and out. So many things are changing constantly. And you as a CTO need to basically draw the direction from the technical point of view. I'm wondering how you manage this, this facet.
Yes, not so easy at the end. Also, at first we try to understand also the mega trends. So what coming really up to us: urbanization, energy consumption, the different kind of topics what you see in the world. But also you need to understand what are the key topics for a customer. Also, what you really can solve and what you really see in a short and midterm and long term view, and that means also that we're looking a bit ahead, make a kind of scouting system we have established also in the short run, but also midterm run and also long term run. We try out many things also, discuss it in co-creation with customer. Also, what is the trend? Is there something what is in for somebody and for the customer or for Danfoss or in total together? And this it's a really interesting job, but also very challenging also to find and decide on what you focus on, where you move on, where you invest in. So to really find and select the right area where you really can generate synergies, but also sales at the end.
Would you say problem first or technology first?
At first, problem. At first, you need to understand the problem, what the market wants really. And when you understand the market really correctly, then you can also look, which is the best technology, what fits to the problem. You could look a little bit outside of the box and think about, is there something what is not existing in our domain, but in other domains, what you can integrate, what Tesla have done very good, or is there something else what you can utilize as a new technology also in the future? And then it gets really interesting when you combine these different kind of levels together, then you find most time the best solution for the business, but also then for a value creation. And then when you have brought both together for a customer, then you have really a kind of win-win position. Instead of fighting against competition about costs or fighting only about other stuff, then you have really a value proposition where you can leave and really be not a follower anymore. You can be a leader, and this is really important.
Mm-hmm. We're witnessing rapid transformation, and I'm wondering, what are the key topics that you hear from customers when you discuss solutions at Danfoss?
The interesting one, it has changed over the years now. So when I compare back a little bit to 2016 to now 2026, what you hear many times is, what is the value creation? What is we in for the company? What is in for the customer also? What pain points we solve? What I also said at the beginning, what is the customer-centric point? And what is the business impact? So at the end, you can boil it down to 6 key priorities. One is value creation, business impact. The second one is reliability and scalability, how fast you can scale up so that you can really deliver the market globally. The third one, most important one, what this was in the past not so important, is how you can have a local presence also and the capabilities in the region so that you link with each other also from the culture-wise. For example, when you go to China or when you go to India, that you have not tried to do it not here from Europe, that you have really people sitting, connect with each other and also talk the same language, understand also the same language, and also find the right solution. And the fourth bullet point is the end-to-end solution, to understand really what is the aim, what you want to achieve. The most companies go away from products, only the integrated products in a kind of bigger picture, and looking what is the aim. In our view, Musam here from the cooling and heating perspective is, what is the energy savings? What is energy consumption? How you can really change it in the world. And then the fifth bullet point is what you hear more and more and gets more important is the speed and delivery. So in the past, delivery time, as I started for 30 years, was delivery time 15 years to build up a kind of car. Now you build a car and design a car in 1 year. And this you see in all different kind of direction. It goes very quick. Speed gets more and more important, and this also directly linked to business impact. So that means when you can go into the market very early, understand the market, then you learn very quick from the market, but you also generate business very quick. And this good example, again, Tesla also, who have done similar things. Nobody was sure what comes with the electrical car. They have tried it, they have made many mistakes, but at the end they generated business, what is really worthwhile, and everybody was following at the end. So this is really a leading position then. And the final one is by the complex world, what you're seeing with software, hardware, artificial intelligence, clouds, digitalization. You cannot do it anymore alone. You need to co-create, you need to partner up, you need to find the right partners, startups, academia, supplier, OEMs, and you need to find out how you do it as a team. In the past, you could do it alone. Today, it is not possible to do it anymore alone. And these are the most key topics what I get as a feedback most time from customers when we discuss how looks the solution of the future.
Mm-hmm. You touched on scalability and you touched on speed. And yes. I'm wondering if you could say a little bit more on how you achieve that, how your company approaches that. And does it also, is part of the solution also partnerships in a way?
Yeah, so by scalability is partnership, one of the key topic, but also a platform approach. So we must make a kind of general platform, and then we customize the platform very quick also in a different kind of region. Every region have a different kind of requirements due to humidity, due to different kind of requirements and energy consumption. And there we try to find the best way, and then we are most time very linked to the kind of location also. You mentioned at the beginning, we have 100 locations. Yes, we have 109 production areas also worldwide. And the idea is really to scale up very quick also the new product, the new solution, whatever comes on the table, to really serve very quick also the customer. And this we want to scale up and offer also the proposal when you're looking to the data center, what is rapidly growing very quick, also how we can do it with our production knowledge and our supply chain knowledge also. And the other point is speed, how we're doing it. In the past, we have simplified our processes also. We implemented an agile approach, but we have not only talked about the agile approach, we have also executed on the agile approach. That means there's a different kind of layers in software and hardware. And what we're doing, we try something out. We make pilots very quick also with customers, build it, try it out, find out if it works, if fitting to the requirement, also value creation. And when it's not fitting, then we also consequently stop the kind of topic. So then we try to go away, look for new opportunities, or modify it very quick something. In the past, we have the idea was to be going ahead and was proud that we will achieve the targets. But when you not see the lights anymore, one point of time, it's better to stop it also consequently in the beginning. It could be directly at the beginning when we make the business case, could be when we make the concept, could be when we have the first pilot, and then we optimize. And this is a little bit the idea of the agile process now. So, and you hear in the market, when you talk about data centers, then you're talking very quick about everything above 1 year. It's not interesting for us. And the return of investment above 3 years is not interesting for the big hyperscalers, but also for the OEMs and the co-locators in data center. And there you need to adapt and also look for different kind of solution. And then we have established dedicated teams also to really work focus on different kind of stuff, to really bring it to the table and make it happen. And we have gone away from a centralized organization to a decentralized organization. That means we have the risk that we sometimes do something in parallel, but this we have taken by proud because we are very fast kind of things, and we need to align on stakeholder management, networking, also the kind of stuff. And this is a big advantage of Danfoss, so that we have really learned how we can really bring something very quick to the market, but also bring something as a proposal to the customer.
Mm-hmm. And I'm betting that AI plays a role in it. So
yes.
let's move to the AI question. Obviously, we have to talk a little bit about how AI is shaping your solutions and your work and your processes. So basically, how do you approach at Danfoss AI adoption, and where do you see the greatest opportunities, greatest wins, anything around it?
Yeah, we have two layers inside our companies about artificial intelligence. One is what we drive internal, so that means we call it AR as an internal accelerator. So there we're looking inside, okay, what we can do to optimize our processes, how we can create efficiency, how we can increase our productivity, how we can improve decision making through deep data insights. How we can automate all different kind of things. And there we are not talking about only about one function. We're talking about from HR, over finance, to supply chain, over R&D, over sales, over business development, over all different kind of areas. And there we have created different kind of teams and different kind of areas to really move fast, to try it out. The big topic, what I see by artificial intelligence is very often that people a little bit shy, have a little bit afraid what has happened to us, but we give them the chance to try it out by themselves. And we have started with machine learning, was it called in the past, in 2018, to build up the first community where we bring people together, people learn from each other. And this brings advantage to us today. And then the other big layer, what we see on artificial intelligence, we call it IE, embedded in customer solutions. So that means that we optimize our energy efficiency that across products and application. We have a kind of monitoring system to learn from ourselves for the inside, but also from the external side. This is kind of artificial intelligence. We can improve reliability, performance, and uptimes also. And the idea is also we create the kind of data pool or data cloud area also, where we then continuously collect data, select the data, find out the pattern, and really look, okay, is there something what we can improve in our service? Could we improve something in our development? Could we improve something in our current products? So that we continuously looking ahead and try to learn what we can do better to really fulfill the needs of the customer.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to making people more interested and more, invested in AI technology, how do you how do you make sure that people are on board, especially the ones who worry, the ones who feel a little bit of pressure or anxiety that the world of work as they know it is just tumbling down in front of their eyes? There is that in the market. There is fear about jobs, about roles in the market. So I'm wondering, in motivating people towards using AI, how do you make them feel safe, basically?
So at first, to the first bullet point, Marie, about how we get the people on board, we have really built up communities. Yeah, so this was starting, as I said, in 2018, where we was looking for people who are interested in this kind of artificial intelligence, machine learning in the past, generative AI, how we can really build up some different kind of cases. And the people starting, it was a group of 60 people around in 2018. And now it is only in Climate Solution where I'm sitting and placed also. There we are talking about roughly that 1,800 people or 2,000 people are using artificial intelligence. And the interesting thing is the people informing by themselves and say, yes, I'm doing something by this kind of things, I'm doing by this kind of things. It supports my daily work. And what we are doing, we try to communicate continuously what we want to do on artificial intelligence in town halls and team meetings and departments meeting, whatever you find, to get a little bit the people more trustful. That is not something where they know lose their job or they are afraid of that they have less money one point of time. At the end, also we see it as a complementary today, so that will support our people to doing stuff what the people like, and what is hindering us, the process work, documentation, to simplify the kind of thing, so that we use the knowledge of the people more instead of using the people to make a kind of report or looking to translate something. And this is a bit the kind of topic how we have started the game also with artificial intelligence.
When you experiment on your own and you see good results, then it in itself it's motivating for everyone, right?
Yes, it is also then the people, then we celebrate, we bring them forward, we show also practical cases. So the idea of our town hall is also to show practical cases, what we are doing, what is the outcome, what is the aim. And then the people get interesting, and then the people try to ask what you have done, how you have done it, can I use it also for my daily work, what I need for this kind of things. And this is where we have created a kind of momentum also, I want to say, and this is believed a good starting point. We are not there where we should be, but we are moving in the right direction.
And I would like to talk a little bit about the other phase of AI. So basically, you mentioned it a little bit before, energy efficiency. So,
yes.
We're talking about next gen infrastructure. Everything changes, and so does infrastructure.
Yes.
We're moving in the direction of high performance, of scalability, and energy efficiency. So, what's AI's role in it?
AI is becoming a major force also in the infrastructure design and also the operation in the future. And you see also everything grows and in compute and data center and advanced cooling. And what we are working on is looking, okay, how we can utilize artificial intelligence to speed up things, to get real-time intelligent improvements also by efficiency and performance, and then also bring it to the virtual level also, our application, our product, our verticals. And with this kind of ideas, you can really collect and data from all the different kind of field tests about the test pilots, customer information. And when you do this in a clever way, then you can also look with artificial intelligence, find a pattern, look what is the solution, and let proposed by the artificial intelligence also directly a kind of proposal and recommendation what it is. We have the kind of software where we have integrated our artificial intelligence also in the energy environment also, and then we do it normal with our people. Then we test it, and then we make trial and error, then we make the next test, and most of it use 1 year. And now with all the changes what we have done, now we can do it in 2 weeks. Our artificial intelligence comes out with 12 different kind of algorithms. Propose also one, recommends this one. We put it out of the system, put it into the kind of test center also and check it. physically also. And the amazing thing is, and where we also can be proud of, that we really then validate and verify the same results what we get also out of the artificial intelligence. And this will enormous change the way of working. It will enormous change the data, the energy efficiency in the future. And then you can also scale it up. I believe the important is that you really adapt it correctly. That is really data-driven, and that is the really autonomous operation what you need in one point of time. And the big counterpart or the cons is most of them data security, rather than cyber security, where it starts a discussion. And then comes in the game, okay, how you play it with your partner. Do you have a partner? Do you rely on everybody? Can we get the operation data out? Nothing more. And this is a little bit the kind of topic what gets more and more important in the future.
But you're talking a lot about testing and experimenting. I'm wondering, are such solutions already at work?
Yes, it already works. It's implemented in different kind of application. You find it in data center, you find it in hospitals, you find it in industry heat pumps.
I'm wondering what kind of efficiency savings are we talking about here? Just like percentage-wise, what kind of numbers?
It depends on which application and what you have, but you are very quick about 20% savings. When you talk about a hospital, we have done, but this not only the artificial intelligence, but also in general, there we have annual savings of 500,000 euros only for energy savings. We collect the heat, bring it back to the cooling system, boost it, we increase the COP. We have an algorithm done with artificial intelligence, all some kind of things. And there we are, really, it's amazing how we do it. There is a mid-size hospital in this kind of area. And when you go up to a large size hospital, then you're talking very quick about 1 million euros annual saving. Not only about artificial intelligence, but when you choose the right concept in combination with artificial intelligence, then you can achieve the kind of results.
This is impressive. And it also gives hope.
Yes.
Well, you already talked a little bit about collaboration, co-creation with other entities, as an important factor for bringing new solutions to life. Can you expand a little bit more on that? How important it is at Danfoss?
And for us, this is very important because when you're looking also, when we stay a bit by the data center, in the data center, you have the power area where you get the electricity from, you have the thermal management related on cooling and heating, you have a heat recovery area, you need the right infrastructure also where you have district energy kind of stuff. And you cannot be in all different kind of aspects, the best company of the world who can do everything. And there you must look how you do it, what is the best area, where you have the best capabilities, the best competencies, where you get the requirements from. So most of them from hyperscalers, OEMs, who knows better how it is looking. Then you have the infrastructure from the water, for example, that you get then from the facility or from a government or whatever at the end also about the requirement. And therefore it's really important to identify startups, companies who have the capabilities, what you are missing in the company. So this how we must kick it off also. We are very good, a mechanical company in the past, and now we're changing more to a digitalization organization also. But it needs time, and to fill up the gap and also move fast, we must be looking for partners who can support us, who knows everything about artificial intelligence, how we can do it. We know everything about our finance environment. We know everything about how looks the best production to produce it. But to automate it and what is the most strengths of an artificial intelligence, how you can move it to the next level, there you need people who working daily with the kind of area, and therefore it's really important to work with different kind of companies. And when you look innovation-wise forward, then you need to work with companies who think a bit different. Why? Because then you get different kind of information from external companies. You get different kind of views, impression. Is it what we're doing the best one? And this is a bit also the capability and ability of a leader, that you need to think continuously out of the box. You must leave your comfort zone. You must continue to think a bit different as it is. And when you do it, you are successful. But when you only stay in your own silo, then it gets difficult. Then it's also a kind of topic what you get in a critical area.
I'm guessing that sometimes along the way, you're also learning things from other entities that were not necessarily part of the project. For example, approach to certain things, approach to work, approach to rhythm, to workflows, to processes, anything. This is where a company like us, for example, often comes in. And during our NPSs, we often hear from customers that the services were great, but in general, we've learned from you guys this and that. And that was a surprising thing. That wasn't something that we planned for.
And this is exactly what I mean. Also, you learn very quick. Also, you need the capability to learn very fast. Also, curiosity is one of the most topic. Also, you drive learning. You look from other companies also how they innovate stuff. But not only professional, also private. So my oldest daughter, 17 years, she knows more as myself about how I must use a mobile. Okay, she changed the settings and in the WhatsApp forum for me and kind of stuff. And this is also okay. But you need to know whom you ask, and you must be interested kind of things to change it also, and not blocking things. And then it gets really interesting, and then you learn from each other, and then you can also move it to the right area.
One last question, and then we're going to jump to a short session, question, answer. Why is it critical that innovation solves customer challenges and delivers business impact?
At the end, when you are innovative, then you can also solve problems. And back to the point, also customer centric. You must look, okay, what is the pain point? Then you have a kind of state of the art core solution. But when you really create around the kind of things, a new innovation also, what brings the customer to the next level. That means you combine value creation or value proposition also, solve the customer pain point, and then also bring it to the market. Then you have really a win-win position, because then you can solve it. The best example is the iPhone. As it was, I'm not sure when it was coming, 2000 or 2005, I'm not sure. Everybody was saying, this will not work and kind of things now. And now everybody wants it. So equal, which is the price at 500, 1,000 euros, 1,500. Everybody wants to have the iPhone as an example. And this is a little bit, when you are a leader, then you're really innovative, and you really can create a value proposition, and you can change it. Then you have the customer thinking inside also created. You have an outcome focus. You anticipate also future needs, what customer wants tomorrow and not today only. And when you really understand that, then you can really turn innovation into practical and repeatable solution. And then it gets really interesting, and then you earn also money. And it's people want to have it, this kind of effect.
From the beauty of innovation, let's move to the other side. So I wanted to ask you about the complete bullshit around AI innovation, thing that you keep on hearing about and that you're saying, nah, this is bullshit.
There's a lot of hype around artificial intelligence and innovation. Everybody have tons of solutions about what they can do, how they can simplify it and reduce also the complexity. But at the end, is for a company like us and Danfoss, the focus is on real customers and measurable value, business impact. And the biggest risk, what I personally see by all the bullshit, what you're also saying, Mary, is a bit about that you have so many confusing activity that you are lost a little bit in a kind of wood. And therefore, it's really important that you stay focused and then look, okay, innovation only matters when it creates value for customers. When it's only innovation, what is cool for Danfoss, but nobody wants to pay it or have it, then it makes no sense. And this is a bit the kind of hype what I see on artificial intelligence innovation. I ask many times myself the question when I see something, what is the business impact? For what can I use it? What is supporting it me or the company? And then at most time you see that it gets very focused on or narrowed down also to some areas where it makes sense and in some areas where it makes no sense.
So basically the biggest question of them all, start with why. Why?
Yeah, why and how you're doing it and what is the impact. Yeah.
And the very last question coming from me, an underrated leadership skill in your opinion?
Yeah, they have two, I want to say. So curiosity and I call it cognitive bridge, translational empathy, you can also say. So curiosity, the best leaders are not those who have all the answers, but they who keep asking the questions, going not internal, but also talking with external people. And then curiosity drives learning, innovation, and better decision in a rapidly changing world. And the cognitive bridge is, in my view, the capability to translate complex and domain-specific constraints into a high-level business logic also today, and vice versa. What we are missing today, we are most time talking only about the product, and as soon as it gets more complex, you must explain it to people. The people need to understand it in all areas, from the assistants to the finance guy, HR guy, to the business, to the customer, to sales. That you get the buy-in. And this I see also one of the topic what is also underestimated together with the curiosity to go a little bit abroad.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the show and spending some time with me. Fantastic insights, Dietmar. Have a beautiful day. And I hope we can get to see each other maybe sometime in the future on the show.
Thanks, Maria, and thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dietmar, and thank you, everyone.